Hi everyone, this is Miss Lee, and welcome to Junior Webinar 3, Building Your Path from Interests to Careers. This webinar will cover how you can identify your passions and interests and turn them into potential careers. Your time in high school is all about growth and exploration, trying new things and learning from those experiences. As juniors, this is the moment when we start narrowing down our interests and pursuing them in more depth. If you're not sure what your interests and passions are yet, that's okay. You're not expected to have everything figured out right now. This is your chance to experiment with activities and discover what truly excites you and motivates you. Our objectives for this webinar are that you will be able to first connect your interests and passions to meaningful extracurricular activities, and two, explore and reflect on potential careers that align with your interests and goals. We'll get there by first talking about your interests and why exploring them matters. Then we'll review how extracurriculars help you build skills. After, we'll talk about the role of extracurriculars and their impact on your college applications. Then we'll talk about Future, which is a career exploration tool you'll use today to help you jumpstart your career research. Finally, we'll end with action items and your mentor group debrief questions. Let's talk about your interests and passions. Your interests and passions are what make you who you are. They can shape your goals and can guide you towards opportunities that are meaningful for you. We also know that having a career that aligns with your interests and passions can lead to a more fulfilling life. But here's the thing, passions aren't always this lightning bolt moment where you suddenly know what you're meant to do. For most people, passions are discovered through small steps, trying something new, finding what you enjoy and what you don't. Think of this process as a journey. You're not just finding activities you like to do, you're uncovering parts of who you are and what's important to you. The goal isn't to have all the answers today. Today is all about making the first step towards discovering what motivates you and what doesn't. So if you're a person who's not sure what your passions or interests are yet, that's okay. The question we want you to think about is what's something you're open to exploring or trying? Also, it's okay to change your mind over time. According to the National Center of Education Statistics, 80% of students change their major at least once in college. So even if you're pretty sure what you want to do now, it can change later in life. We recommend talking to the adults around you, your caregivers, your mentor, or coaches. Ask them how they landed in their current role and why they decided to pursue it. It can be valuable to hear how different experiences and values impact your decisions. Now, if you're someone who wants more time to think about your interests and passions, here's an activity to help you write down your interests and identify potential opportunities to pursue them in more depth. It can be helpful to catch our thoughts onto paper so we can organize all the ideas that we've been considering. If you have this webinar's handout in front of you, then on the back side, you'll see an interest map that looks like this. On the interest map, you want to add your hobbies, favorite subjects, values, or skills and strengths in the squares. Then, for each item that you put in, you want to connect that to a potential opportunity or activity that you can engage in to pursue that interest in more depth. For example, if you love animals, you may want to consider volunteering at a shelter to learn more about that interest. Or if you're passionate about music, maybe a pathway you want to pursue is becoming a producer. As you go through this exercise, some questions that can help your thinking are what activities make you lose track of time or feel excited? Are there any patterns or themes in your interests? And which activities stand out as something that you'll like to do more of? Now let's talk about extracurriculars, which are the activities you do outside of your schoolwork that help you explore your interests and build new skills. Participating in extracurriculars is one of the best ways to discover your passions and take action towards it. Knowing your interests is only half of the journey. The next step is to take meaningful actions to learn more and gain experience. Extracurriculars are valuable because they're a low stakes way to explore potential careers and interests. They show commitment and growth over time, and they help you tell your unique story to colleges. It's also okay to try something and realize it's not for you. That's all a part of the learning process and still very valuable. Here are some types of extracurriculars that you can consider joining. First, there are passion projects that you can do independently to pursue one of your interests in more depth. School activities such as sports or clubs or student government, community involvement such as volunteering or engaging in activism, or working or joining an internship. Lastly, you can also engage in online learning where you can gain certifications in an interest that you have. For most of these activities, you'll have to dedicate some time outside of school. But remember that during expeditions, you can do a passion project or online learning. This is one reason why expeditions don't appear in your transcript. You can use them for your extracurriculars. As you go through this process, here's a tip. Start small, but think big. It's okay to begin by exploring a bunch of different activities, but over time, we recommend you start focusing on a few and diving deeper into what resonates the most with you. It can be helpful to explore opportunities that connect with your values and interests since you're more likely to commit to it long term. Remember, passions aren't something that you're born with. They're something you develop through effort and persistence. Engaging in extracurricular activities is a first step towards finding your passion. Now, you just heard me say that your experience in extracurriculars can help you with your college application. Let's talk about why that is. Colleges use extracurriculars to understand your values and potential impact. Colleges aren't just looking for what you've done, they want to know who you're becoming and what motivates you. You can think of your college application as your application to enter a community. When a college decides whether or not to accept you, what they're really asking themselves is, are you someone that they want to join their community? This is why colleges look at more than just your grades when they think about your acceptance into their schools. Generally speaking, colleges look for depth, not breadth. That means they value seeing your commitment, follow through, and growth in a few key areas rather than shallow involvement in many activities. This is so you can develop these key skills that colleges are looking for: leadership, resilience, and alignment with your goals. Usually, you can only grow in these areas if you've invested time in an activity. Since extracurriculars give you the experience to learn and grow, they also end up being the best content for your college or scholarship essays. In your personal essays, you can one, explain how your experience led to personal growth or impact, and two, share how you developed or strengthened the skill. But extracurriculars are not just to build your resume or prepare for your college essays. We value them since they're opportunities to develop your sense of purpose and belonging. So even if you're considering pathways outside of college, participating in purposeful extracurriculars, especially during expeditions, will help you understand what your passions are and how you can pursue them in your career. So, if you're not already in extracurriculars now, or if you want to find one that's more aligned with your interests, now's the time to consider one for the rest of the year or the summer.
Now let's talk about Future. Future is the platform we'll use this year to help you explore potential careers based on your current interest and passion. So what is Future and how will it help you? Future is a life navigation platform that will help you understand yourself, connect what you're learning in school to real careers, and begin shaping your concrete next step after high school. It's a tool to help you explore careers that fit your interests and goals. And our vision is for you to use it as a step toward building a life that's meaningful to you and true to who you are. Future guides you through 3 phases. First, discovering careers that fit your interests. Then, planning pathways to reach them. And finally, engaging in real world experiences to help try them out. Let's start with step 1, discover. This is where you explore careers that match your interests, learn what they're really about, and start to see which ones connect with your goals. You'll start by browsing over 800 careers. The system will give you recommendations based on your interests, but you decide what connects with you. You can also explore careers grouped into easy to understand clusters like arts, health, or technology. Each career comes with clear descriptions and short videos so that you can see what it's really about. You'll also find salary information too, both starting pay and what's possible with more experience. And if you're wondering if this job will exist into the future, you'll see projections on growth and demand. Some careers start right away, others take more training. Here, you can check the timeline so you know what to expect. You'll also get a snapshot of daily schedules and sample jobs to picture what life in that career could look like. And when you find something interesting, you can discover related careers you might not have considered yet. Next is step 2, explore. This stage helps you dig deeper into how different careers might actually fit into your life. You can use an evidence-based calculator to see the financial side of each career. This is one of Future's most popular features. You'll check out the daily task in a career, since liking most of what you do every day is a big part of fit, and you'll also see possible challenges, so you can decide if a career really matches your goals and lifestyles. This shows how a career could impact not just your work, but your life outside of work too. And you'll also select emotions to capture how you think you'll feel if this career were your life. Finally, you can compare careers side by side and see how your life might differ across each option. The last step is plan. Here, you'll explore different pathways in schools to figure out which options fit you best. Every career has multiple ways to get there, with 17 possible pathways mapped out across 800 careers. You'll answer 5 key questions like where you want to live, how you'll pay for school, and how much debt feels okay to find your best fit pathway. You can then toggle through pathway options and see schools that offer higher access and earning potential. You can mark when a pathway feels like a good match for your goals and circumstances. Finally, get the real talk. Review the pros and cons of each pathway before making a decision. In this phase, you'll also find experiences. This is where you can put your plans into action. You might only see a few self-paced modules for now, but over time, your school may add local experiences you can join. It's easy to sign up for experiences, whether virtual or local, and each experience includes a description and shows which careers it connects to. You'll see what to expect before starting so you can get the most out of it, and while you're in it, you can build your network and record key insights. Afterwards, you'll reflect on your takeaways and what you learned. You can also give feedback and save all your thoughts in one place. Finally, everything you've done is pulled together so you can review and reflect on your journey. Now that you've seen an overview of Future, it's time to activate your account. First, you'll go to future.me, sign in with your Summit email, and add a personal email so that your account stays active for the next 10 years. Next, pick an avatar or customize your own. Choose whether you prefer light or dark mode. Finally, start exploring careers by completing quick interest questionnaires. You'll see a series of statements, and your job is to pick agree, neutral, or disagree. There are no right or wrong answers. Your choices just guide what you'll see under recommended careers. And that's it. Your account is ready. Now you can start using Future to explore, plan, and build your path toward a future that fits you.
But before you do that, let's review your action items. First, before you leave today, make sure you create your Future account and identify 1 to 2 careers to explore in more depth. Ideally, you can get to at least the plan page for at least one career. Next, discuss your career and pathway results with your personal advisory board. They can give you some insight on how well they think you fit that specific career. Finally, you want to identify some extracurriculars based on your current passions and interests. This is especially important if you're not enrolled in any extracurriculars yet. You want to pick something to join either for the rest of this year or over the summer that can help you learn more about your interests or passion. After you finish your action items, discuss these questions with your mentor group. What interests or hobbies are you excited to pursue? What's something new you'd like to try or learn more about? What careers align with your interests and values? And what extracurricular activities do you want to explore? These are questions that will likely continue popping up as you end this year and head into senior year, but now's a good time to start these conversations. Remember, you can always change your mind. Your answer to these questions are not set in stone, and we expect them to change between now and the beginning of your senior year. This is why it's important that you have these conversations with folks that you trust most, because they can give you feedback now so that you have time to change your mind to find what's ultimately going to be best for you. All right, that's all for now, folks. See you next time.